It is important to pay tribute to the Mujer Latina for their strength and dedication to the familia, at times having to raise the family by themselves and still staying focused on success. Our next story takes us to two sisters, Maria and Olga, who exemplify this struggle.
Well, in 1973, emigramos a los Estados Unidos. That's where we first arrived, was in Live Oak. We lived there for 5 years in a very, very tiny little house. It was probably no more than, I'm guessing, maybe 500 square feet, if that, for a family of 9 people, including mi mamá y mi papá. At this point in age, it would be considered inhabitable because of the rodents, the cockroaches. But that's all that mom and dad could afford because they were both farm laborers. Soy la hermana mayor de las dos.
I am the younger one. However, there is 5 of us girls and 2 boys. And when we came into the country, we didn't know how to speak English. We spoke Spanish, only Spanish. When we also arrived, we arrived with very much the mentality of, mexicanas. Nuestra ropa era diferente. La manera que hablábamos, la manera como los comportábamos era muy diferente. So we encounter a lot of racism. We encounter a lot of lack of support. We encounter a lot of struggles. I hated being in this country. I hated los McDonald's. I hated los hamburgers. Oh, I hated them. I wanted the food, los frijolitos, las tortillas, el chile, what I was familiar with, with my grandma's cooking. I wanted to go back to my grandma's because my dad was very physically, mentally abusive, verbally abusive, physically abusive, So it was horrible.
I thought if I leave my house, maybe I'm going to have a better life. So at a very young age, I was actually 16 years old when I ran away from home. I was pregnant, had my son just a couple of weeks before my 17th birthday.
And I think the same, I mentioned earlier there's 5 of us girls. Soon after she ran away, 2 of my other sisters ran away too. I was so full of anger because they left me behind. So I started finding another family. And that other family was the gangs. Las pandillas gave me that sense of belonging, security. I had power. And that power was the fear that I caused on others. There's people now that they're serving time. The same people that I was running around with, they've been killed or they're serving time. And I was hurting myself because I got introduced to drugs. There was a couple of times that I almost got raped as well. These are the people that I'm hanging around with.
Mi ex-esposo era mentalmente, físicamente y verbalmente abusivo. Y por 14 años yo viví en ese hogar. I had lost all sense of who I was. So I decided, you know what? I want something different. I want a different challenge. I had my son and my daughter, and I'm thinking, this isn't good for them. Not only am I paying for it, but so are they. And that's when one day I just got up in the morning. I grabbed the biggest sheet I could find and I threw everything in there. And I took my 2 kids and I went to her apartment. And I said, I had enough. I need your help. And sorry. And she took me in. And I have to say that she's been one of my role models, along with my husband, because it's been my sister and my husband. They have been my current husband. Yeah, let me correct that. My current husband, John, who have been my pillars of support. And because I said I've always had an interest in law enforcement, then that's when I decided, to make the change. Go to school, get some training, and I did. I got the training. I was hired at the Yuba County Sheriff's Department, and now I'm a jail training officer where I train the new incoming deputies.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a transport today. We're going to go ahead and pull into the Sally Port so that we can go ahead and receive the prisoner that we will be transporting.
And, there's people out there that are willing to help you. Like Dean Murray, He got me a job instead of stealing or selling or beating up on girls. He got me a job that I could work at a medical office, and from there I started the nursing program on Humboldt State, and then I double majored too because I wanted to find out more than me, you know, ¿qué es esto de mexicana? Why are we the way we are? Why? I wanted to know more. I was starting to really fall in love with, you know, las historias, you know, los libros. There was professors, you know, professors que hablaban en español or whatever, and that was so awesome. That was for the very first time that I reached, and I wanted to know more about really me as a Mexicana. And my son, he's got it made. You know, my son's gonna have everything that I didn't have plus some, and he already has that. He gets the love, and he gets the financial support, he gets the toys, and that's, you know, híjole. That's like a dream come true, because I know I didn't have that. I didn't have that, and when my son says that, and when I say, mijo, guess what? I know, Mama, you love me. Oh, that's another one too, because I never heard that growing up. I never heard that. I love you. Working with my son, I also work as a public health nurse. I work with some of the high school students, the Latinas. You're not here in high school just to be here, you know, just to be here and cut and go and have fun. You're here because in 4 years, this is what we need to look at. You have to have a dream, what you want for you, and you have to reach it out.
Always aspired to be the best that you can be in everything you do. You know, don't settle for something that makes you miserable and unhappy. Focus on something, focus on a dream, and go for it. Everything is attainable. The only thing that can stop you, it's you yourself. You're the only person that can stop yourself. Nobody else can, because ultimately we are in control of our own actions.